What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at the much-anticipated zombie survival sandbox like it's 2013, man. We don't get these too much anymore. Back when Project Zomboid was first releasing, there was just an absolute wave of these things coming out, and then they just sort of fell out of vogue. But somebody, a two-man team, has been working on a massive zombie survival sandbox a la something like Project Zomboid, where you can do anything and everything up to including wiring machinery and stuff like that for the last couple years. I think we covered a demo of it like a long time ago, but now it's out. You can actually buy it on Steam, and since it's been tearing up the Steam charts super hard, they've gotten like 5,000 reviews in about like a week or 2 weeks or something like that. I figured we'd dive on in today, take a look at it, and see if it's something you wanted to add to your wish list or one of those games you'd rather not play for yourself. If after watching this you wanted to get Vane for yourself, I got a link for you down below in the description. On top of that, you can also take a look down there and find a bunch of other Nerd Castle stuff. But let's go ahead and start off a new game and see if we have fun. I'll probably cut this video a little bit longer by comparison to a lot of my other videos just because I didn't really have any prep time going on into this. Real life being as busy as it is, and so enjoy the longer video. We're going to start a new game, and we'll just keep it on standard difficulty for right now, but it does look like your sandbox is fairly customizable if you actually wanted to play around with various facets of the game that you don't find to be enjoyable. That's a good thing when it comes to sandboxes. Being able to tailor your experience, always something that I kind of look for with games like this. But let's start it on off. So the first thing we've got to do is actually customize our character. There's not like a ton of customization options here as far as like hairstyles and beards and stuff like that go, but it does allow you to play around with basically every single slider you could ever imagine in the history of the world. These little guys down here, I never mess with these in any video game. Just me personally, every time I touch these, I end up with a character that looks like an absolute chinless goober, and so I am actually personally just mortified of touching anything inside of one of these slider menus. In any RPG and any MMO, I leave them on default faces, otherwise I end up looking busted. And it's always from some weird camera angle that you can't really predict either. Like, it might look okay from the front, but then it always looks weird from the side. Either way, let's skip on over that for right now, and at the beginning of the game we do have some limited RPG mechanics over here we can play around with as well. Some of these are not going to be implemented because the game is currently in early access, but the vast majority of them do appear to be implemented as it stands right now. And so in any zombie apocalypse survival sandbox, my stamina and aerobic fitness seem like a really good idea. Yeah, throw some tennis shoes on up there. I don't really care about my ability to build. I would like to be able to lockpick though. That would be good. Maybe a little bit of a criminal history going for our character. I'm hoping this stuff like levels up through usage as well. It's been so long since I checked the game out, I don't recall. Strength probably be a pretty good idea. Yeah, just give me a pull-up bar on the wall right there. Hopefully that's mounted to a stud. Otherwise, I feel like that drywall and like that texturing is going to take some serious damage. I don't know, man. Something about that pull-up bar just worries me as a homeowner. I'm like, I don't know, dude. But sometimes we have to make sacrifices in order to properly bludgeon the undead to death and turn their heads concave. So, like, I'll go for it. I would like to have some gun skills, too. But we only get to tag, like, 3 things. So I guess we'll just move forward. There it is. Oh, we get to pick an occupation, too. That's kind of fun and interesting. So we can be an ex-athlete. We could be a banker, a chef, a college student. Okay. Let's go with being a thief. That sounds pretty good to me. I mean, you get a bunch of stuff for being unemployed, but like, I don't know, man. It's a little bit true to life. There's not that much difference between being a YouTuber and being unemployed. I'm going to be honest with you. You kind of really skate the line of definitions there. But we'll go with being a thief for right now. And then we can get uniquenesses. Okay, so these are going to be like traits, positive or negative, a la something like Project Zomboid, where they're going to be affecting your overall gameplay. Things like being a smoker, so you constantly have to track down cigarettes, otherwise you get stat debuffs. Things like being vegan, so you're not allowed to eat anything that isn't vegetables. Okay. Do I get any benefit from these, or are they just simply to make my character... You can get sunburns in this game? That's actually ridiculously detailed. I was not expecting to have to worry. I didn't think I was going to have to put on my SPF 80 before I go out to fight some zombies, okay? But maybe that's just me being unprepared. Select where you'd like to start in the world of Vane. So all of this takes place in New York, huh? I don't know New York. Never been to New York. I've been to New Jersey. That's the newest of the states that I've ever been to. But New Jersey is as close that I got. Let's go with Dannemora. It says that Dannemora has like a prison there, and I think that's like a fun point of interest. Maybe we'll get to it today. Maybe we won't. There's probably people experienced with the game that have been playing it now in demo format. By the way, the demo is basically the full game from what I've read around. So these developers seem like they're pretty cool and like upright about their game. All right, so I've started out inside of a building of some kind. I didn't read the text at the bottom of the screen because I was checking my timer for the episode to make sure that it was running. But it does look like we have the ability to raise and lower the blinds by different fractions. All right, so like they're going for like the detailed simulation here. I don't know if I should be searching all these desks and stuff. Sort of depends what this building is. Let's open this on up, and then maybe we'll try to find our way. Is that a dead guy in the hall? Is there already a dead guy in the hall? It looks like there's a dead guy in the hall. Multiple dead guys. Okay. So lots and lots and lots of dead guys. Oh, I can, like, light them on fire? Interesting. Oh, there's a 100% vomit-inducing smell. Gotcha. Yeah, I figure a rotting dead body would probably cause that. Looks like there's a front door and a back door. Let's go out. Oh, that's not a back door. Never mind. But there's a bunch of books in there. I'll keep that in mind. This door is locked. Uh-oh. Oh, dude, there was an alarm? Oh, God. All right, just turn that off real quick. I had no idea that I was going to be dealing with alarm systems. What are the long-term consequences of me setting off the burglary alarm going to be? Is it going to be real, real bad? I mean, I don't see anything shambling towards me. So, like, maybe just search some cars real quick. When it comes to my lockpicks, does it use those up? Oh, there's 2 lockpicks in this car. Nice, dude. I will take all of those. Never know when you're going to need lockpicks. We've got a bundle of thread back there. I'm looking more for something that I can blast a zombie in the head with. That's I think the cop cars are probably going to be good for that. But give me the crowbar right there. Like, how do I... Let me equip this thing, dude. Okay, I've got it hotkeyed. I actually don't think that melee animation looks that bad, despite the asset-y appearance of the game. Like, this is one of those games that definitely looks like it was built almost entirely out of, like, Unreal assets or something. But, you know, there's been other games that we've covered that I've been a fan of, even though they were entirely comprised of assets. And frankly, I think that animation actually looks okay for busting up a zombie's head. Oh, I get tired, huh? I can push the car. Dude, there's so many, like, little detailed interactions you can do here. This is also locked. I don't know how we get in there. My guess would be that we could probably pry this open somehow if we wanted to. We do have a crowbar. Maybe if I pick the lock on the front door. Oh, we gotta do like the Fallout thing. Okay, all right, all right. It's back the other way. Let's go. Come on, you got this, bro. I believe in you. There it is. We picked the lock. All right, we're inside the car. Where'd that zombie go? There's a zombie, like, over there. I'm not going to worry about him for a second. Glove compartment, we've got an energy magazine. Okay, it gives us mechanical skill, bunch of batteries, and a cell phone. So we can equip a cell phone into our utility slot in order to get ourselves a whole bunch of, like, UI implements. I'll take that. I like that. Very, very immersive. If I wanted to open the trunk, where is the trunk button? Oh, nope, didn't want to engage that. Insert battery. There we go. All right, so we should have UI implements now. It's 3:53 in the afternoon, so that's good to go. Our phone also gives us access to a compass. I'm going to, like, avoid zombies for right now because it just kind of seems like a thing that a smart human being would do. Does this place have an alarm? I'm going to scope out the windows real fast, just make sure I don't see an alarm panel on any of the walls. Because what I'm learning right now is this is a game that you've got to, like, pay attention to. That building back there, we almost got ourselves murdered just due to the fact that the alarm panel on the wall, I didn't notice it. Door's locked. Well, let's pick this thing, dude. No time like the... Oh, on the first try? Let's go, dude. That's what I'm talking about. So I can light the wooden bookshelf on fire. I don't think I want to do that while I'm on the inside the house, but we got a canteen right there. That's good. I'll take a canteen. I'm guessing that a lot of this other stuff, like tissue boxes and things, are going to be for vendors once they get those in the game. Or maybe there's already vendors in the game. We got a backpack, though, on, like, our second loot location. A little flashlight action and a pom-pom hat on it, dude. Who does not like a hat that has a pom-pom on? Everybody like. I like 4 of them. I love hats that have, like, the little fluff ball on top of it. Let me search the rest of the house and we'll figure out what we got going on. So we've got an ID over here. We've got antibiotics. We definitely probably want those. But really, the stuff I think we're looking for is going to be inside the kitchen. Got a can of dog food. It's probably not going to be great for morale, but some food's better than no food, I guess. Beggars can't be choosers in a world like this. Bread knife, don't think that's going to be super useful for killing off zombies. We got wheat biscuits and some beef broth. Okay. What else you got in here? A bagel. Everybody loves a bagel, dude. Throw a little bit of... I like the onion bagels. I don't know if I'm alone in that, but I've always liked the onion bagels. Like the ones that have like that oniony flavor to them, dude. I like those a lot, except that first thing in the morning, it really doesn't help your morning breath. So you kind of got to like brush up after that. A compression bandage. Just to my eye already, I don't like the text list sort of Skyrim inventory over here. I feel like there's probably a better way to do this. I don't know. I always find like inventories like these to be hard to parse. Like to find the thing that I'm looking for once you've been looting for a couple of hours and you're just covered with loot. Ooh, 4 12 gauge rounds. Okay, I'll take that. Is there a 12 gauge inside of the trailer? Pressurite. Sounds like it's got a leak. I don't know, dude. I can hear the tank making like a hiss noise like a snake. And so, like, that kind of concerns me. We've got a bunch of stuff back here. If we were going to find something, I don't know if I want the dust mask. Probably a smart thing to take in all fairness. Oh, I have a flashlight on me. That's right. I can actually turn that on so that we can loot a little bit better. And we got bread knife out here, coffee pot, charcoal. Okay. I'm not trying to carry around the entire world on my back right now. I'm just sort of like mentally getting myself used to where stuff is at. They've got a tool chest and like what looks like a crafting bench back here with all the tools in the world that you could possibly need. I will take the claw hammer. The Scroogies probably be useful later on down the line too. But for now, I'm trying to like limit the amount of stuff that I'm carrying on my person. As far as the map goes, it looks pretty large, dude. It looks like the city is that way. I don't know if we want to go into the city, but let's go cause some mayhem and see if we can get ourselves into trouble. Like, there's only the one zombie over there. Can I steal this car? There's no key in the ignition, and I'm guessing it's kind of like Project Zomboid, where the key can be somewhere on the premises, but not guaranteed on the premises. I don't know that for certain right now. I'm just assuming based on my gigazillion hours of Project Zomboid. But vehicles did look drivable when I was watching the trailers and whatnot. Oh, my agility hit 26. Hell yeah. I'll take that. All right. I don't know if I want to like loot like crazy or what I want to do here, but let's head into the main part of town. And just, I don't know what my priorities are at the moment. I suppose we find a place, we make it defensible, and honestly, that church right there, are there zombies on the roof? Can they jump down off the... Oh, dude, that one just yacked off the top of the roof, bro. Gross. Can they get down off the roof, or are they just, like, stuck up there? It does look like they're capable of some kind of traversal. Okay, so they're just gonna, like, sloppily fall off right there. How dangerous are these zombies? Okay. I think there's a little bit of a desync. Oh, I killed the one up on the roof too. Okay, a little bit of wonk and jank in there. But anyways, there's a little bit of a desync between the swing of the weapon and the impact of the weapon when you're smacking an enemy. Ow, dude. Yo, this one's fast. Is it dead? I got scratches right now. How do I fix scratches? It doesn't matter how I fix scratches because I hear another zombie around here. We're going to have to take care of that before we get too far in. There she is. Ooh, she's a creepy looking one. All right, I'll just put like a little bit of a smack'ems on her. There we go, she's down. All right, let's loot these things, dude. I don't hear any more. Hey, 45 bucks, let's go. I love $45. If you have $45 and a dream in your heart, you can afford anything. Except for a yacht. That's not $45. But it looks like these guys are mostly just rocking clothing. It looks like we've got, so I opened up this inventory menu over here, and we've got a huge list of just things. We can do exercises in place. We can do push-ups. Are they animated? I'm going to do some push-ups real fast. Let me see if I can push the up. You start exercising, move to stop. There's no animation for it as of right now. It just makes your physical exertion go up. But that would be one of those details that I highly recommend that they add on in. Things like that are really, really good for driving up tension. Oh, good. A graveyard. There's zombies everywhere. Did they hear me? Like, are they aware of me? They don't seem to be super aware. So, like, I'm not going to stress too much about it. We've got this one over here that's got to go, though. I'll bust her up. There we go. She's down. Get her out of the way. She got anything on her? I don't know, dude. You got to use the whole buffalo, man. If you're going to take the time to kill off a zombie, you might as well take the time to loot him and make sure you've got your stuff. How bad is, so like, with my medical, do I stay exerted for a long time? We're a little peckish right now, and we're a little thirsty. The beef broth will probably help with that. Drink it. There we go. We're now hydrated. But I would love to see eating animations up inside of here. As I was saying before we got interrupted by zombies, they're immersive. On top of that, they ratchet up tension, so while you're doing push-ups, you can't look around yourself, and you're only listening for audio cues and things like that while you're doing the workout. And so I feel like things like that should always be added to games. And we got another zombie over here. I'm going to see if I can clear out the church, and if I can clear out the church and make that mine, that's what I'm going to go for. It's usually like 4 smacks to get these guys down. XP's XP, though, so... Oh, the street light's still on, so that means the power grid still works. Okay, good to know. Do we have vault animations or anything? No vaulting animations for right now. But I think the church, so it's got a steeple on it. You can see it from a long ways away. I think the church is going to be my home base. It's going to depend if they've got, like, a little office in here that's maybe for the priest or whatever to live inside of. I don't know. When I was a kid, so I grew up Protestant. This looks like a Catholic or like a Lutheran church. But anyways, I grew up Protestant. There was like a property behind the church that had like a little house that was just provided to the preacher like rent-free as a perk because preachers don't get paid that much. And so they get to live like rent-free in the house back there as long as they don't cause like a ton of damage or anything. And there was enough people inside the church that were like craftsmen. Oh my god, a vomit-inducing smell. Okay. So it smells pretty bad in here. That's what you're... Oh yeah, there's blood and gore everywhere. Okay, this is a little grisly. I'm gonna clean up the rest of the zombies. A little overexerted right now. Unlock that door, and is there like a living area back here anywhere? A lot of churches have that. Worst case, a double-barreled shotgun? Got it up here up on the podium? Okay, all right. There's actually a specific name for it, like this podium. And the only difference between a podium and the thing that the church calls it is whether or not it's inside of a church. A Lone Star Viper that is incredibly broken. Okay, fake plant, we got a piano. I guess I'll try to pick the lock. It sounds like there's a zombie inside of there, but like... There we go. Got her. Yeah, this'll do. Like, this gives me like a layer of separation from the zombies and the main area out here, where if I can break down all this furniture, we need a heavy cutting tool to break that down. We need a basic... Oh, we can go third person, too, if we want to. Okay. Very, very nice. And we've got a church pew over here that potentially we can destroy. How do we get rid of bodies? I have a question about how we get rid of bodies. We need a heavy cutting tool to get rid of the corpse. Well, there was a heavy cutting tool back in the shed over there. I'm gonna go get it real fast. Just killed that zombie back there, and it had like a half an artichoke in its pocket. There's got to be a story behind that. Like, in my life, I've never put an artichoke in my pocket, nor can I imagine any scenario in which I die and the last thing in my inventory is an artichoke. That's already a fairly niche vegetable, you know what I mean? It's not like a carrot. It's not like a pea. It's not like a potato. Like, I can't imagine having those things in my pockets either, but, like, at the same time, an artichoke? Really? I decided to crash out for the night. It's the next day. I didn't realize how tired my character was getting just from, like, running around for 6 hours. But I've run into a number of immersive things. You are able to actually smell fluid sources in this game. So, like, if you open up the cistern of a toilet and you check it for water, you actually have to smell the water before you put it inside your canteen or anything else to figure out how putrid it is. Like, there are a bunch of little details in this title that actually sort of imply that despite its asset-y appearance, it may end up being more than meets the eye. The downside for right now is that we have no food, so I came back over here to get the cutting tool and, like, all the random tools that I have on myself with the school backpack. Can I just, like, wear that? Does it give me, so water resistance, run speed multiplier, but it gives me 50 pounds of capacity. Okay, so my max weight is 177 pounds right now. My man is a hoss, bro. 180 pounds on your back? Way better at lifting stuff than I I hear the sounds. Okay, so a zombie is definitely aware of us and would like out of this room. Oh, he's one of the speedy ones. Beat his ass to death. The speedy ones, man, I've learned this lesson the hard way while in between cuts. You gotta murder the speedy ones quick, otherwise they'll do some real damage. You gotta be real careful about the speedy ones. So there's like slower ones and there's speedy ones. The ones that are a little more fresh, you gotta get them quick. Oh, these guys had hella insulin in the fridge. Okay, so somebody had a little bit of the diabetes around here. Gotcha. Wet cat food. It's all very fresh, but I don't know if I want to eat that much cat food for right now. I hear something, but I think it's outside. We got maple oatmeal on that side. Yeah, dry dog food, a pretzel, vegetable broth. I'll take it all, man. I'm hungry as hell right now, and all of the food that I found, it only gives you like 5% satiation, and so we're good on water because I filled up a canteen. You got the basmati in here, bro? Hold up. Where was that basmati rice at? Bonito flakes. There, bonito. A strawberry donut. Hold on. I don't know if I've ever seen a strawberry donut, but they've got the king of rice over here. They got that basmati. Like, I think it's basmati, dude, and it's like jasmine rice. Those are the two that I go for every single time. It looks like there's also constituent cooking parts and things in here. Any zombies on the inside of the house? No, but they do have a workbench down here, and I'm still missing a lot of tools. Safety goggles, maybe. I don't know. A circular saw and a circular saw blade for powered cutting. I'll take it. We'll figure out what we can... I'm trying to tack out that church and basically make it the central location from which I do everything, and so, like, I'm cool with it. We got a pocket full of batteries, so I'm not really too worried about powering the thing. It looks like batteries in this game are just kind of, like, universal. A glow stick? Okay. Matches. We definitely want the matches. I'll take those for sure, and then a car filter might be helpful later on. Depends if it's, like, an air filter or what it is. Junk pile. These people really got to work on cleaning up their houses, man. They got these basements out here. I'm in like foreign territory. There's no basements in California due to earthquake risks. Like very rare thing for there to be 3-packs. Oh, Christ. Very rare thing for there to be basements where I live at in the United States. Not a thing that you're going to see every single day. Okay, so we've got whiskey in there. We've got a recliner. That's a very fancy nightstand. A debit card. Probably fits most ATM. It has an actual debit card number? Well, I mean, I've got to investigate that. Like, you have to. Can I take it to the bank and withdraw people's money? We got a baseball bat right there. Definitely take that. There's another one out there. There might even be a couple out there. Or maybe they're upstairs. It's kind of hard to say. I don't see anything. Spa mask, elastic bandages. I'll take the prescription antibiotics because you never know, dude. We're in a filthy world. Bottle of shampoo. Do I have to take showers in this game? A la something like Project Zomboid? I mean, I'm comfortable right now. I'm a little hungry. If I eat this, will I be all right? I mean, it looks like we're okay. I'll eat the bagel and then bonito flakes. There is an observation to be made that all of this food is slowly going bad. And so, like, the map is going to run out of foods as they rot and whatnot. But I'll get all my drinking going. We're feeling kind of sluggish due to eating processed foods. Okay. What are you trying to say, game developer? I eat almost exclusively processed foods in my life, dude. I eat like a raccoon in a trash can. That's the best way that I would describe my diet. I'm feeling a little judged right now. I'm feeling like my feelings should be a little bit hurt. Hey, how you doing? Are you dead? Gordon Ramsay up in here. I don't want to use the shotgun because I only have like 4 bullets for it, and so I feel nervous about fancy wardrobe. There's a hoodie in it. I do like hoodies. All right, we'll get the hoodie, and I'll see if I can, like, what am I actually wearing right now? Just like a t-shirt and jeans? Okay, put on the pom-pom hat. Apparently that's a placeholder. They haven't implemented hats yet. Let's go with a hoodie. Oh, yeah, dude, I'm looking way cooler now. All right, that hoodie looked comfy as hell. I need to get out into the sun to, like, really see what it looks like. But I do love me a big oversized hoodie, dude. Yeah, I'd rock that in real life. I'm gonna be square with you. I would totally wear that in real life. I like the big oversized hoodies. It's kind of like a little foggy out here. Like, I wanted to get to the church, so I gotta go left down the road over here. I've got, like, some tools, but I don't know if they're gonna be good enough for cleaning the place out. Oh, dude, there's an ATV around back, too. Does it have keys? Like, can I sit on it? Does it work? Low beams, turn off. Ignition? There's no key, dude, but an ATV would be dope. I had one of these when I was a kid, dude. They were so much fun. My dad got one in trade because he was a roofer, and sometimes if people didn't have, like, the money to cover a job, he'd take trades instead, and so that's how we ended up with an ATV. All right, let's get the church looked at. It looks like zombies, like, move around or respawn or something. Destroy the corpse. There we go. You mutilate the corpse into gore. Okay. Destroyed that one, too. Oh, and we got resources from it. Human flesh. Yeah, just the sort of thing that I want to carry around with me. It looks like the loot maybe respawns in this game. A little bit wonky and janky, but whatever. It's possible that it's just my server settings, too. I would set it up so that loot never respawns. That way you don't just end up with things like regrowing inside this area or whatever. Because the shotgun and the pistol already came back. All right. I'm gonna destroy that. Can I adjust the server settings from here? There is a setting when you make your game to stop items from respawning and also to stop furniture from respawning. But apparently I missed both of those on my way in my rush to play the game. And so I'm glad that that's there. After I record this video, I'll more than likely restart my sandbox with those settings on. But for the moment, I don't really want to dig through the INI in the middle of a recording to try to figure out, like, how to fix that real quick. Let's just get rid of all the dead bodies, though, so this place doesn't stink anymore. As the bodies go, it looks like the smell goes away, so that's good. I don't see any more dead guys around here. If I wanted to destroy the church pew, I can do that. And I am gaining dismantling skill for doing this, which is nice. There we go. Just break all this stuff, get it out of here. I think it's probably just going to respawn because I don't have it in my server settings. But maybe if I can deploy, it seems like there's an item that claims a building as your base. If I can get one of those, we might be all right. Just destroy that. We don't need that. And then the Bible, we can dismantle it just to see what happens. Dismantling skill is probably good. Dismantle the shotgun. We got aluminum springs. Dismantle that guy right there. Destroy the podium real quick. So that's been dismantled. I don't know what's up with this little altar over here, but I'll leave it where it's at because it looks like... Oh, we can actually take the light bulbs out of the actual light bulb sockets, too. Oh, God! Every now and again when I dismantle something, it seems to bug out the character's, like, movement while he exists on the plane. And so, like, or you get stuck inside furniture. And there we are. My handiwork is done. I managed to get the place cleared on out. I did have a few problems while clearing things out and dismantling them with getting, like, stuck inside the collision until all this garbage over here, like, despawns eventually. But it wasn't that big of a problem. You could just kind of, like, crouch and get out of it if you wanted to. Destroy that mat right there, too. We got all kinds of scrap on us right now. I got 103 pounds on my bag. It's probably all the rotten human flesh that I'm smuggling. Let me do some brief inventory cleanup. Oh, my God. There's zombies everywhere out here. Okay, let's take care of the zombies first, I guess. Are any of them like the fast runner zombies? There we go. Drop that one. I don't think that one heard me, so we should be all right. Lots of whiskey, man. It looks like when the apocalypse happened, a lot of people were like, dude, I'm just going to get sauced. Forget about it. We need a towel so that we can clear up all the blood inside of here so that it'll be a little bit more sanitary. I don't know exactly what the consequences of being in an area that's all bloody and disgusting are going to be, but it really can't be good. We can get rid of that carpet right there, too. There we go. We got one cloth scrap from the entire carpet right there. With these light switches, do they all work? They do, so we can actually have an illuminated home, at least until the power goes out. I don't know if that's an implemented mechanic just yet, but that's definitely a thing in Project Zomboid where you've got a certain amount of time before the power and the water go off. And once the power and the water go off, that's when things get really real. So I guess to claim this place, we've got to make like a utility cabinet, I guess. It looks like we've got utility cabinet right there, so can I build you? Yeah, let's build you right there. Seems fine by me, and we need to level up our construction, so, you know, if I wanted to, like, what can I do with this thing? So the utility cabinet looks like it holds all of my resources, which is good to know, because I'm actually kind of overloaded right now. But it looks like I can set up permissions with it, and then this is the central location through which, so I guess your base degrades over time if you're playing multiplayer or if you have it enabled. I disabled that because I'm playing single player and I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time just like salvaging garbage in order to make things work. But I do think it's a really good idea for us to get like a mattress. We're going to need some springs to do that, and then we need basic pliers as well. We can practice. What do we get for, we get agility, so we get agility and construction. Oh, we get throwing XP if we can shoot baskets. There's a shooting target. Okay. Looks like I can build a crate. I think that's probably a good idea. Let's just get like a couple of crates up here that we can store things in. I've done like a number on this area, but like we'll get like a building crate right there. And then maybe like another one right over here until we get like more sophisticated construction. This will have to do. And then I guess the last thing that I wanted to put together is I wanted to build a workbench too. I think that's a really good idea. So if I can fit that in anywhere, there we go. Just like a central location where I can do my stuff. Gotcha. And what becomes available when I've got this? So I've got locks, I've got ropes, metal brackets, wooden planks. Okay, so just intermediary items, basically, that I can play around with. Looks like I can also make myself improvised hand grenades, broken bottles. Looks like I can cut up pizza, make different parts. I can make spears. Okay, nothing in here that I'm super stoked about. I do have nails, a baseball bat, and a hammer, so I'll probably make a spiked baseball bat real quick just to get it done. And it looks like you have to put all the constituent parts inside the crafting bench before it's going to be useful. Does it take time? It does, actually, so it'll be a minute till we get our spiky baseball bat. But I'd rather be using the crowbar for its intended use, breaking into places and doing general burglary, than, you know, using it as a weapon. It's degrading pretty quickly from beating guys to death. Hey, there we go. Now we got our spiked baseball bat. We'll throw that on in there. Let me store up all my loot real quick. Now we've got a baseball bat ready to rock. I'm having trouble getting the actual UI to assign it to the 1 key, but it'll do for right now. Things that we needed to track down. I'd like to expand out my food supply. I'd also like to get a water barrel going so that we've got like a rain catchment or something like that. So that we actually have... Oh, it's a speedy one. Wow, she messed me up good. But the good news is this baseball bat kills zombies in 2 hits, so this machine was built for it. We got more sheds and stuff out here. Everybody seems to have like a gardening shed or like a tool shed on their property, and so I'm cool with going through all of it and seeing what I can find here. We've got pliers. I definitely needed pliers for something. I can't remember what. The nails. Yeah, I needed screwdrivers too, so I'll take those. Inside the tool chest, we've got a soldering iron. Take that real fast. In here, we've got soil bags and maps. We got lots of little things in here. Combo pliers, tongue and groove pliers. Just grab all the tools that we can possibly grab for right now. I think having a well-developed toolkit is going to be vital to our future success because it seems like just about every single construction needs certain tools in order to get done. So having that feels like a strong play. Broken air compressor. Can't do anything. Can I destroy it? I can. We destroyed it and salvaged nothing. Okay. We got some springs, though, out of the sprayer over there. There's a sledgehammer on that side. Okay. Watering can. Has no water in it, so that's not going to be that helpful. Destroy the lawnmower. Maybe destroy the wheelbarrow. Just see what we can destroy here in order to get, like, some crafting parts. Honestly, I think that about does it for this building right here. I'm a little bit drowsy and a little bit hungry right now, but I think that'll do. I need to find a towel. That was the other thing. All right, let's get up in this guy's bathroom and just make a mess of the place and see how it goes. You get out of my face. Not trying to deal with you right now. We could probably raid this place for food too, but honestly, the towels and the cleanup for the church is what I'm most interested in. Like, I'm trying to make that place livable, trying to make it comfy. Bathroom number 1 was a bust. There's no towels or anything inside of here, so I think we're just stuck with it for right. What's that inside the shower? A water pipe. Why is that just like sticking up out of the ground? That's piss poor shoddy workmanship right there. You should get a new plumber, man. You should probably get a new plumber. This is a pretty big house for only having one bathroom. I don't know. Like, you buy a house this big, it's gonna cost you a fortune where I live at. And you gotta wait in line to go to the bathroom? Like, you couldn't get another bathroom up in here? Like, you got like 5 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, bro. That's just a bad layout plan. Whoever the architect was really screwed up there. Ooh, an RV? Can I go inside the RV? I can? There's actually an interior to the RV? Oh, dude, this would be kind of a sick setup, dude. Kind of a dope setup if we could actually find the keys. Are there keys anywhere? A tape dispenser. Lots of pliers and things. Is there a key in the ignition? There's no key in the ignition, so we'd actually have to track down the key to this bad boy, and no telling where the hell that might be at. We can't open up the garage doors, though. I don't know. I'll keep an eye out for a key, but I'm not going to hold my breath. That's kind of... It'd be interesting if the zombies that are around here could have it on them, too. Sometimes you get that in like, Project Zomboid, where you kill off a zombie that's in the vicinity of a vehicle, and I think it gives them a chance to actually drop the key to that vehicle. Not if you, like, kite them back to it. I think they have to be, like, natural spawns for it to work. But Operation Bathroom Hunt, that's the goal for right now. I'm getting off course again. Well, this bathroom was a bust, too. Finding a towel may actually be more difficult than I expected it to be. Interesting thing to note, this guy hung up his diploma inside. He hung up his degree inside the bathroom. I don't know, man. He got a Bachelor of Arts. What do you got here? Who has honorably fulfilled all the requirements. It's a Bachelor of Arts. He must not be very impressed with his own education if he put it in the bathroom. Normally, that's more of a thing you, like, put in your personal office or something. Yo, this guy just busted out the window. Will he crawl through it, or is he going to, like, chew his way through the wall? I'm on the inside, so I can just... Oh, it's one of the speedy ones, huh? All right, you get wrecked real fast. You have yourself a nice day, sir. It sounds like there's another one in here, too, but I haven't checked all the cabinets inside the bathroom yet. I'm still looking for towels, all right? Cloth scrap, that might become a towel someday if it wishes and hopes real hard and puts some sweat on its brow. Operation Towel Hunt has been very, very unsuccessful. And so, hey, listen, man, don't put your mitts on me. I'm trying to clear out the neighborhood right now. You get out of my way. Zombies down. Do you guys have by any chance, do any of you guys have a towel on you? I do like how occasionally the zombies, they have IDs on them. It helps, like, humanize them in a way. I don't really know how to describe it other than that, but I don't think I've ever seen a zombie game actually do that, where when you kill a zombie, they have their government ID on them, and you'd be like, oh, I just killed generic zombie number 847, and yet, when you open up their pockets, it'd be like, oh, this is Frank Davis, and you're like, oh, dude, now that makes me feel a little bit sad. Now they're a person. They're not just, like, this thing that I bash over the head till it dies anymore, you know? Like, eh. On the plus side, I did find ammunition for our little python over here, and so we're 357 loaded right now. I do think I want to check out and see how actual shooting goes in this game. Like, does it feel good? Does it feel bad? Is it something that needs to be focused on? I mean, it put him the hell to sleep, like, instantaneously. And so I'd say, yeah, shooting feels okay. Doesn't feel too bad. Like, really, the thing that this game's contending with is just that it has no, like, discernible art style whatsoever. Oh, God. Get out of here. It has no discernible art style whatsoever. Like, there's no real, like, conceptualization or anything to the art style. Like, I think a lot of people are going to see this game and be like, oh, dude, it's an asset flip just from the way that it looks. But it actually looks like it's the foundations of a fairly complex zombie survival game with really, really customizable ways that you can, like, interact with it. Everything from, like, smelling the water that's inside of a container to figure out if it's good or not, to, you know, like, running electrical wires if you actually get into it. And so this is one of those games where you kind of just got to get into it and play it before you realize how much depth they're planning on putting inside of this thing. Honestly, I'm sort of impressed that 2 guys managed to put this together. Oh, the sprinting one. Get out of here. That one right there, yeah. Apparently I'm panicked. The crawly zombies are extra scary. I got the crawly zombie, though. Sounds like there's another one in here that I'm going to have to deal with. Oh, no. Oh, it climbed through the window. Okay, it did it like action movie style, too. I've got a deep wound. Oh no, my wounding's getting worse. That's the first time that that's happened. Can I get like a bandage? Yeah, apply that. There we go. Bandage the wound. Is it better? It is getting better. Oh, it's infected, dude, already? So ideally it should be disinfected, then stitched, then bandaged. Okay, if I open a first aid kit, what's inside of there? Just antibiotics? I'm also in severe pain, so I guess I'll use some painkillers to get that down. It looks like it makes my healing rate go really, really poorly. Okay, I can live with that. I mean, we managed to, like, fix everything up, so I think we're all right. That's down to, like, scratches. I don't know if it's going to get rid of the infection when it actually hits 0%, but for right now, the meters that I need to be going down are going down. We are going to have to track down some food before too long. Maybe I'll just, like, graze. Oh, we got a cleaver right there. I don't have a cutting tool, I don't think, and so I found a bunch of Amazon Prime packages in people's houses or whatever, and, oh, I got to unseal that first. All right, open the can, and then eat it. There we go. Hopefully that helped out. Did it help out with anything? Looks like it satiated me, and I'm kind of sluggish, but it'll be good enough. I'm still slightly thirsty, though, but that's what my canteen's for. I will drink from my canteen real fast. And it looks like I'm fully sated when it comes to thirst, so that'll be all right. Like, for the moment, night's creeping up on us. It may be time for us to stop, like, I don't know, dude. We're doing like a scavenging thing right now that may not long-term be viable given how injured I am. And so we may want to go back home and just feel better. That must be the prison right there. Let's go investigate the prison real quick because I do have a large interest in like the points of interest that you're going to be able to interact with inside of this game. And so let's go have a look over here and see if maybe we can see like a front gatehouse or something. Or if maybe it looks like that goes all the way around right there and it looks like the entrance is maybe down and to the left. Okay. So like if I wanted to get into the prison, how difficult is that gonna, I mean, those look like some pretty heavy duty like nuclear blast doors right there, man. I don't think anybody's getting out of jail here. That's a pretty tall wall too. Like, there's a prison, I grew up right next to CMF, so I grew up like across the street from the California Medical Facility, which is where its claim to fame is that's where Charles Manson was housed for a long ass time. And so anyways, we don't have walls like that, and it's like Arkham Asylum, dude. It's for the criminally insane. That's who goes there, and they just have like a series of fences, like back to back to back to back fences, you know what I mean? Like there's no big wall or anything else. We got tasers and taser cartridges. I don't think that's gonna be that helpful against a zombie, but you know what? That's locked in the back right there, so I can't get into the van. I would love to have a vehicle too, dude. That would be the good stuff. There is a generator over here. I'm sort of curious that if I get the generator running, like, it has all the ounces of fuel that it'll ever need. If I turn it on, what happens? Does it open the doors? What's it connected to? It's not connected to anything? Oh, can I run the wiring over to the doors to maybe, like, power them or something to get them to open back up? That'd be kind of like a really cool emergent interaction inside the game's universe. I'd be down for that. What direction do I have to go to get back to my church? It's just like down this street? All right, I'm going back home. I'm going back to the church. For some reason, it makes me feel safe living inside of a church. I know that God has, like, abandoned us, and, like, the dead are walking right now. So maybe his protection isn't as nearby as I would hope, but maybe if we offer up a prayer or two, it'll be all right. What's that thing in the sky? Is that just birds? Yeah, birds. The magpies and the crows doing what they do, hating each other and fighting in the sky. Yeah, this would have been the time that I wanted to get the rain barrel up and running by, but it looks like our scratches just now healed off. We are getting damp from being out in the rain right now. Hopefully that doesn't increase my chances of getting like a cold or a flu or anything. We got any light switches in here? There we go. I don't know if the light's going to attract zombies, but like kind of is what it is. And it's a little bit filthy in here. There's blood basically everywhere that I've been beating things to death. I can sit on the chair, but I can't sleep on it, so I need to make a bed. Like, how hard is it to make a bed? Let's get furniture. We've got a mattress over here. I need 10 springs and cloth scraps. Bad news. I don't have the springs to make a bed, so we may have to squat in somebody else's house for right now. The good news is I already killed off everything in the neighborhood, so I think we should be reasonably safe to just crash out wherever. And so I pick you over there. Little house. I'm going to dwell inside of you. The bad news is that at night, it looks like the zombies get a lot faster and a lot tougher. And so... yeah, it looks like they all kind of get like the Sprinty Boy mod the second that nighttime happens. I thought I cleared out this house, but maybe I'm very, very wrong on that front. Let's lock the door. Lock that door. Is there any more? There's an access point right there. Lock that. And then maybe I'll sleep upstairs just to be safe. Just to be a little bit safe about it. I don't know. It feels like a good idea. I know where I can get more springs. Oh, we have stat points. What can we do with our stat points? So agility at 33, I can get perks. You get a perk every 25 levels. So we can get muscle memory. We can get bank it. We get less tired from jumping, less tired from sprinting. I think I'd like to be less tired from sprinting. That sounds good. And then it looks like I also have a lockpicking perk. What lockpicking perk can I do? I can increase the amount of XP I get for it, or we can get, it'll make it so that we don't trigger alarms when we lockpick buildings that have an alarm attached to the door that we attempted to pick. Okay, well, let's like reduce our tiredness for a minute. What time is it? It is 7:35, so we're going to have ourselves a big ol'... this is the type of sleep that I respect, man. A big old 12-hour sleep. Just knock yourself out long term. How am I doing on, like, thirstiness? I would like an option to drink until full. I think that would be good. Like, I would definitely look forward to something like that. We're a little bit hungry right now. I don't think I have any food on me, though. Yeah, I do have a bunch of parcels. We could open those, like those Amazon Prime parcels that I found. What was inside of a baseball cap and latex gloves, sneakers, a toilet brush, and a compression bandage. Okay. If I read that right there, too difficult to read. You need level 25 crafting. I definitely don't have level 25 crafting, but you can definitely see like the progression methods that exist inside of this game. If I destroy the accent chair, do I get springs? I need springs. With the blinds, can I just like break those down? Yeah, destroy the curtain. Aluminum scrap and iron scrap from the curtains. Those must be like high security curtains or something, dude. They building them bulletproof out here. Anything else around that looks like it might have springs inside of it? Maybe a wooden stool. Nails and wood scrap. The nails are good. The nails will be helpful. I don't want to sit in that chair. I want to destroy that chair. 5 springs. There we go. Now I can build a bed inside my base. Good. Now I've got enough for that. Unlock the door, and then probably a bunch of stuff out in the garage that I can break down too. Garage, what you got going over here? We got like a metal table. We've got a cracked bucket with nothing inside of it, so we'll destroy that real quick. Okay, got some screws, a cardboard box. What you got, cardboard box? Just a book, toolbox shelf, cardboard piles, plastic tubs. This thing right here, the vacuum. Plastic scrap, aluminum scrap. Yeah, dude. Anything that I can break down right now that might give me some kind of something. 19 charcoal. Okay. All in all, salvaging went okay inside that building. We've got enough. Oh, is that a dog? Do I have any bullets left? I was going to say, dude, I'm not trying to contend with wolves right now. Like a zombie, I'm cool with rocking up and beating its brains out, dude. But like a wolf, if that thing aggroes, we're going to need like actual firepower. Unfortunately, it's going to bring the whole neighborhood down all around us, and it looks like the zombies are getting worse as the days go along. But all my food's back inside the church, and so let me go get some food real quick. We're a little bit hungry right now. Like, we could definitely use a little bit more victuals, and I wanted to get the bed built. I'd like to make a towel, but I can't find a damn thing, dude. I've been through like 100 different houses looking for a towel, and a towel is apparently the rarest resource you will ever be able to find inside of this game. I can't find one anywhere because I would love to clean up all this blood and gore that's all over my living area, all right? It's very, very unsanitary in here right now. I'm not a doctor. I don't know what diseases you get from living inside of a place that's coated in blood, but I can't imagine that it's good. Give me my springs and give me my cloth scraps. and we will get our first bed built inside of here. And so I'll probably just put the bed, I don't know, there's not really a great place for it for right now. As far from gore as I possibly can, just put it right there. There we go. Now we've got ourselves like a mattress on the floor. I'm reliving my college days. I did that when I was in college. I just had like a mattress on the floor. I had to sell all my furniture to cover rent, dude. I had a roommate that just like bailed on me out of nowhere. And it was my idiot fault because I didn't put them on the lease or anything else. They were kind of just like living there and chipping in rent. And then one day they were like, all right, I'm moving out later, man. And I was like, oh, no, dude, I can't cover this rent by myself. It was very, very hard times when that happened. I was living in an apartment that had no furniture, had no nothing, just like a mattress, a TV, and an Xbox. But then again, it's weird how as you get older and, like, you accomplish things and, like, you have, like, stuff, you kind of look back fondly on those days where you're like, man, I had so much drive. I was ready to go. I was ready to make my way in the world. And now I'm just like, yeah, you know, I woke up, got a breakfast sandwich from a coffee shop down the street, farted around for a couple hours, probably should have accomplished something, probably should have done something with my time, but, like, I didn't. Yeah, you go to sleep. You can get whooped. Let's see if we can get into the school real fast. I doubt we're going to find anything useful in there, but it's possible they have a gymnasium. I'm guessing Danamora is like hella small because this is a tiny school right here. This does not make sense to me. When I was in high school, there were 3 high schools in my hometown, and one of them had like 5,000 students. The other one had like 2,000 students, and then the other one had like 1,000 students. So all of the high schools where I lived at were quite large. It was very easy to disappear into a crowd there. This place sounds populated. How many zombies we got to contend with here? Or are they outside? I don't know. They're making all kinds of little noises and stuff. Bananas and a swirl bar. Yeah, I get down on a banana and a swirl bar, to be honest. Both those things sound good. I don't know what a swirly bar is, but hey, Planet Caramel. Now you're speaking my language. Let's go. I like anything that has caramel in it. Let's get that right there. Yup. I am very lethargic right now. So this may be one of the first video games where you can actually seriously give yourself the itis. Like, you've got to take like a food coma nap after you get done eating. But closing thoughts, I suppose, like, if you can get past the fact that the game has no discernible art style, like, it's definitely bordering on the end of those Playway simulators, you know what I mean? Where it's all just kind of cobbled together into, like, this asset-y looking thing. Like, the appearance of the game is the one thing that I'm having trouble swallowing. Like, a little bit of stylization I think would have gone a long way, but they're a small team working with what they've got. In general, I'm not a huge fan of the listed inventories. I did run into a lot of wonk and a lot of jank, my character getting stuck and whatnot, but I was always able to jump or wiggle out of it. But those complaints to the side, it seems like they're building a fairly in-depth simulation on top of this game, and so my initial thought is just to let them cook, because I want to see what that looks like. We don't get a lot of super in-depth survival games anymore. We don't get things like Project Zomboid, 7 Days to Die, like the games that have a lot of underpinning systems that all come together to allow the player to sort of customize their sandbox. And it seems like they're going in that direction with this game, and so that makes me very, very intrigued. That's pretty much all I have to say about it. Today, we were taking a look at a title called Vane. Tomorrow, we'll be taking a look at something else. Thanks for hanging out with me, and that's all I got for you, folks. Bye.